Welcome to this quick demonstration of table list views using Form Maker. And I'll start off by adding a new form, just by clicking the Add Form button, giving it a name. Now notice that we have two extra settings to pick from when we add a new form, and this refers to whether it's landscape or portrait, and it'll force it to always use portrait or landscape if you select one of those two options, or you can select it to have both, so you can move between the two, and the default is both. The format, the default in FormMaker is grid format, and what we're after is a table list. Now this refers to the first page. Format is actually a page level setting, and any page can be either a grid, a table list, or a freestyle page. Now for the first page in this form, I want it to be a table list. So I have to remember to set that format to table list as I create the form, so it knows when it creates the first page to make it a table list. It's not the end of the world if you forget to do this, because you can always just go in, add a new page in the form, make that a table list, and then move that to be the first page to be shown. But the easiest way to do it is to remember to set the format to table list when you create your form, when you add your form. So I'll tick that little tick, and it's created our form for us with that default first page being a table list. So if I go into design mode, you'll see for table lists there's only one field type, and this field type has a picture and a label, and this is the way most apps have their top level menu set up, or a lot of apps do. So this is a quick way of setting up a table list. In fact, any form in FormMaker, any grid type form is also a table view, but it's a more complex one where you can add multiple different types of controls. But for table lists in FormMaker, we're referring to this simple app style menu table list item. So I'll drag one of those on. There we go, and that's our first item. Obviously we're going to have more than one of these, but I'll just set this one up to start with, just so you can see what sort of thing we can do with it. And basically we just pick a picture, and in this case we'll pick this set of hawthorn berries here. That's what that image is. And we have a little label for it, and in this case I'll just call it hawthorn. There we go, and if I click the little tick, there we have our table list item, and as I said before, it will reformat into landscape and portrait. So we're in portrait again, so I drag on another table list, and I can add as many of these as I want. So we'll go in and we'll create another one for this one, and that is a beech tree. So we'll just call it beech. We'll just add on a third one. And what should we do with this one? That's a hazel leaf, I believe. So let's pick that one. Hazel. So there we are. Lots of apps look like this. They have a little list, scrollable list, and you can click on one of these. But if you click on one of them, you'd expect it to go off somewhere to another page. And at the moment, if you click these, so we'll run the form. So we come out of design mode into run mode, and we click on these, and nothing really happens because they're not linked to anything. It doesn't say what it wants to do when you click the table list item. So we're back in design mode, and what we'll do is we'll add a page, and just for demonstration purposes I'll call this one beech, and it's added a new page for us, and I'll just drag on an image control with some, well, let's just add allow multiple images, and we'll select that picture, and that picture. There we go. Click, well, let's go back to the beech. So there's our table list item, and there is our page for our beech tree, and now we have to link the two together to say when we click on this we want to go here. So we do that by adding a tag to this page. Now we do that using the page settings. So this is the page for the beech tree, and you see this tag field. You need to give that a label, anything you want really. I'll call it tag beech. but this can be anything. The important thing is that when I set the tag for this page, back on our table list item, I need to set this go to tag to tag beach. So now when it knows when it clicks on that item to go to that page, and you see we got this little disclosure indicator here to say it's going to go somewhere. So now when I run it and I click on that, it goes to there, which is exactly what I wanted to do. And I could do the same thing with Hawthorne, separate tag obviously, tag Hawthorne or whatever, and the same with Hazel. So the table list is linked through the tag to the page it wants to go to. And that's about all there is to it, really.